Hello all, Namaste, Namaskaram. Hope you're all doing good. So today let's learn to make the body butter. I'm going to be showing you how to make a basic body butter using the same techniques and the same methodology. You can make a variety of other products including facial balms, lip balms, foot cream, beard balm, and various other balms to suit various purposes, right? So let's get down to it right away. So what do we need? The first thing is the oil. Today we are going to be making a basic body butter, so I'm going to be using coconut oil, but you can of course use sesame oil, you can use badam oil, or you can even use infused oils. Here you can see I've infused coconut oil with bixa seeds, right? This is a seed that comes from a tree which is called the lipstick tree, and it gives a very beautiful orange shade. And this one here used the alkanet or the ratan jot root. This gives a nice pink shade. So infusing either of these botanicals into the coconut oil will yield nice orange or pink color. And the next thing that we will need is some kind of a solidifier. Here we are seeing three types of beeswax. It's just different in the way they are processed. As you can see, there is the beeswax pellets, and then the unprocessed raw beeswax, and then the little bit more processed and whiter beeswax. And the next thing that we are going to be needing is something that can lend fragrance as well as something which has medicinal properties. So you can either use frankincense or gum damar or gum resin, any of the other traditional Indian resins that you get from the trees, or you can use any essential oil that is beneficial to your skin. It could be frankincense, it could be tea tree oil, or it could be lavender oil, or even vanilla oil. It depends on what purpose you want the oil to serve. Generally, I recommend using frankincense if it's an all-purpose body butter. Now, the next thing that we will need is some sort of a butter, especially if you want to make a vegan cream. Here there are many options. What you see here are 4 different kind of butters that I have. One on the left hand side, a little brownish, is the kokum butter. Above that is the cocoa butter, and the one in the bottle is shea butter, and the other blocks that you see are actually flower waxes. We shouldn't use flower waxes fully, but you can use very less, about 2% of flower wax in a recipe to give additional medicinal properties as well as fragrance. Okay, so what do we need to make a basic body butter at home? You need a weighing scale. You need some sort of a double boiler mechanism, maybe a bowl with water and a tall container that you can keep on top, and a stirrer. You can even use a sterilized spoon, and then some kind of a container, preferably glass, in which to store your body butter. Alright, now let's get started. First, we need to bring the water to boil. So we need heat source. I'm using an induction stove here now, but you can of course use the regular gas stove as well. Once the water comes to boil, first transfer the beeswax into the inner container. Make sure the steam doesn't go into the inner container. That's why it's very important to choose a tall inner container. And of course, if you have a double boiling cooker or a mechanism, ready-made mechanism already available with you, you can of course use that. Like the earlier days we used to get the milk cookers, right? Similar to that. Now after the beeswax is completely melted and turns liquid, you need to add the cold pressed coconut oil and stir it in so that both the beeswax and the coconut oil are well integrated together. Keep stirring. At this point in time, you can completely switch off the flame or keep it at very low. The water doesn't need to boil, it can be warm because the beeswax is already melted, right? So keep stirring it, and we will now test this concoction, this body butter that is almost ready, for the consistency and check if we like it. So what I've done here is I've taken a little bit of the mixture onto a plate and let it rest for a minute or so, and it will quickly solidify, especially if you're using beeswax. And once it solidifies, you will be able to check if you like the texture. And in this case, we felt it could do with a little bit more softer texture, so we added a bit more of coconut oil. Or if you feel it's too soft, you can add a bit more beeswax. Go ahead, mix it in, and once you reach the right consistency, then your body butter is ready. Now all you need to do is add the essential oil and you will be ready to go. Make sure you do not add more than 1% of essential oil, as we have already seen in the previous classroom. Here I'm going to be adding just about 3 to 4 drops of essential oil. Once you had that, stir it in again, and at this point it's very important to make sure you're not heating up the entire mixture. So the inner container is just sitting in warm water right now, so the beeswax is staying liquid, right? So now that you put in beeswax, coconut oil and essential oil, you can go ahead and transfer your body butter into your storage container. Here I am transferring it to a glass container that we had at home, and soon your body butter will be ready. Now, most important thing which I need to tell you is how do we measure how much oil and how much beeswax to use. Now this depends on many things. One, it depends on the season. Number two, it depends on the place that you live in. And number three, of course, your own personal preference, right? If you are living in a very hot climate, like let's say Chennai, then you will need to use a bit more of beeswax so that it stays solid. Whereas if you are staying in, let's say, America or any other Delhi, where, especially in December, where it tends to get really cold, then if you add more of beeswax, then your body butter will be very, very solid, and you will find it difficult to take it out of the container. So typically, the ratio that really works okay is about 75% coconut oil or any oil to 25% beeswax. This is a fairly decent ratio that might work across at all seasons. But if you prefer a softer, more oily texture, then reduce the beeswax to just about 20% of the recipe, and it'll be very nice and soft. And you can of course even use a hand whip if you're doing in enough sufficient quantity, and then whip it into a whipped cream kind of a mix, right? So now let's go ahead and see how to make a vegan version of this body butter now. We are of course taking the same setup here. The water is hot. We are going to be transferring shea butter. We are using shea butter in this particular recipe. So go ahead and transfer the required amount of shea butter. So I have measured it and kept. I have taken about 50 grams of shea butter. And once the shea butter melts completely, shea butter won't take long. You can even just keep it in hot water. I'm adding a bit of badam oil here. Now the thing to remember when you make vegan versions of body butter is that the ratio will almost reverse here, because most of the butters, vegan butters, will already be soft, right? Except for mango butter and cocoa butter. Most of the others are already soft. So if you add a lot of oil, then the entire thing will stay liquid, or it might be very, very oily or very, very liquidy. So here we need to reverse the ratio, where the vegan butter is up to 80 or even 90%, and then the oil is just about 10 to 20%, right? So when you're using cocoa butter, you can add 20% oil, or mango butter, you can add 30% oil. But if you're using butters like cocoa butters, then keep the oil ratio to just 10%. And then the next thing, of course, is we add the favorite essential oil. Here, of course, you can infuse the coconut oil itself with either color or fragrance, which is what I showed you initially about using frankincense. So if you're going to be using frankincense for the fragrance or any of the other natural gums, you can infuse about 10% of it in the oil that you're going to be using. Either cold infuse it for a week or hot infuse it over low flame for about again on a double boiling mechanism for about 30 minutes, and then let it rest. Double filter it so that you get very clear oil, and then use that oil to make the body butter. So now coming back to the vegan body butter we just made with shea butter and badam oil and vanilla essential oil, it's ready. All of them have melted and have been well integrated. We'll go ahead and transfer them into the container. So once here the problem is when you're preparing vegan body butters, it's very difficult to check the consistency because most of these vegan butters take a long time to solidify. So they may stay liquid for a long time. So it won't be as easy for us to just put it on our palm or back of the hand and check if we like the texture. It won't be possible. So here it is very important that you weigh the ingredients before you get started. So that's what I did. I took about 50 grams of shea butter and about 5 to 10 ml of badam oil here. And there you have it. Both the versions of body butter ready. The one on the left is the one with beeswax and frankincense oil, and the one on the right is a vegan version of the body butter with shea butter and badam oil. So I'm going to be uploading more recipes where you can combine different oils and different butters and different essential oils to make different kinds of body butter to suit various purposes and turn them into different products. I hope this has been clear. Please do feel free to ask questions. Thank you. Have a good day.